Hey guys, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Listen, I'm on Porsha's page, okay? Remember, Candy had the birthday party for Ace, right, last week. Porsha posted these photos. Now listen, we did see this photo already where Porsha and Kenya, it seemed like they were being cordial. They were taking a picture together, but they had Riley and Candy in between them, right? Shamia was there, Latoya was there, and some other folks were there. So we know that they were, setting this cordial atmosphere for the child's birthday party. However, we got these new photos where Pilar and Brooklyn are posing next to each other. Porsha and Kenya seem really, really happy. They seem buddy, bestie. And it's just kind of like, okay, what is going on? What's happening here? Like, are you guys friends? Like, is this a new path forward? Like, what is really going on? So listen, first things first, let's start off with the positive. The positive is shout out to Kenya and Porsha for both being grown, for being parental figures, for setting great examples, for setting up this cordial, friendly atmosphere in front of the kids. I find that to be super dope. With that also being said, I was asked the question though, when did they become friends? And I told them, I don't believe they are friends. I just believe that they're being cordial for the photo opportunity, for the photo op, okay? Could they be friends in the future? Absolutely. Nothing is too hard for our God, okay? How fair to say Jesus can fix it. He will fix it. But sometimes, some friendships don't need to be forged. Sometimes you got to leave people where they at. I mean, we just entered a new year, like... Y'all not tired of dealing with the same people, dealing with the same hokey pokey. Right. So that's kind of how I view their relationship. Like, I find this to be really endearing. I think that it's super, cool that they were able to, put their petty drama aside, for the child's birthday party. I think that's dope. It really shows the maturity of both ladies. But let's not forget where they left off. Okay, and I want to start off in season 12. Remember season 12, Tanya, I think it was Tanya's second season, and Porsha and Tanya had become like really, really tight, I believe, at this point. And Tanya kind of exposed Kenya Moore hair care for the false advertising because she was really wearing a wig but telling y'all about her hair care, right? Talking about get your hair like mine, meanwhile you wearing a wig. I'm playing. I'm being petty. But Kenya does wear a wig. And I don't think it's a secret. And I feel like Tanya was just being petty. She was being, silly because Tanya has a very silly character, right? Yeah, Kenya didn't like that. And she was like, sis, I don't know who you think you are. But this is my show and you're not going to play with me. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm really about. And so she went over there to the Beacon and found Miss Aholt Cookie. And Miss Aholt Cookie basically told us that, she was trying to get 50 feet on Paul. Give me 50 feet on Paul. And she was saying how Paul was trying to flirt with her in the bathroom and whatnot. And it was a whole situation. So I say all of that to say, I think Porsha saw that situation. And at this particular point, this is when I think they both had their babies. This was, I think, right after, maybe not right after, but this was Pilar and Brooklyn were here. And Porsha, I think, there was a scene where Brooklyn had a birthday party and it was like princess themed and they were getting along and Porsha and Kenya were actually cool. And they were expressing that they both had love for one another. And so, but I think the Tanya and Cookie Lady situation made Porsha look at Kenya sideways and they could never really get back on track. I think Porsha kind of sabotaged the relationship because she felt like, I don't like how you're treating my friend. And it's really, reminding me of why I didn't fuck with you, in years past. And so Porsha was like, yeah, I'm good on you. So she kind of sabotaged the whole thing. And then the following season, we got this situation where they went to the Charleston of the South Carolina. And we had Bolo and whatnot. And y'all know somebody got their peaches cobbled allegedly. Allegedly, Porsha and Tanya and Bolo were doing what they did. And when they did it, Kenya found out and Kenya wanted to spill the tea. Trying to be Inspector Gadget. And I believe Kenya really did not have a problem. One, because Kenya is a ghost producer. She's the Giselle of the show. And she's going to do what it takes to make sure that the show is a success. And if that means exposing you for, getting your peaches cobbled, then that's what it means. You're at work. So if it happens at work, it's fair game. I totally understand that. On the flip side to that, I think it's kind of weird how you are, as a grown adult, so concerned about who a single woman is having sex with. But listen, that's a different conversation for a different day. Tanya got embarrassed or something had happened, and she was like, I'm not dealing with the gutterness of this show any longer. I have a career. I have a family. She did have a fiance. And according to social media, they saying that Paul and Tanya ain't Paul and Tanya in no more. But maybe I'll save that for a different video. I say that to say Kenya didn't like Tanya and Porsha. So she ain't have no problem with exposing him. And so that was that. And so at that reunion, Porsha and Kenya were not getting along. Okay. Porsha fled the scene to Canada. And then, Porsha, she was left for dead to deal with the bolo madness by herself. We saw at that dungeon reunion that they were not getting along. And so, fast forward to Ace's birthday party, we see that they are getting along. So, it's cute. It's endearing. Do I really think that Kenya and Porsha will ever really forge a real, genuine relationship or real friendship? No, I feel like it's way too much bad blood in the past. Excuse me. However, you can always be cordial. You can always be friendly. We don't have to be genuine, close, deep friends, but we can get along. Shout out to the girls for getting along. Shout out to the black women for getting along. We love to see it. Now, the executive producer did text me recently, and they asked, is Porsha getting along? Is she trying to be buddy, bestie with Kenya so that she can have a spot on season 16? And I was like, I know you fucking lying. BFFR. Be fucking for real. They asked, is Porsha using Kenya? Is she being photographed with Kenya to be back onto the show? And honestly, I don't think Porsha really is all that pressed to be back on the show. I do think she will return eventually. I think in the back of her mind, she knows that she's going to be back on that show eventually. However, she's not super pressed about the situation because she's focused on her husband and she's focused on Amazon Live. Right? And so she's not pressed. And I don't know how many times, I don't know why y'all always forget that Andy has said on multiple occasions that it's an open door policy, when it comes to Porsha returning back to the show. I mean, Porsha may be good friends with Nene, but she's not blackballed like Nene. Let's not get it twisted. And, I just don't feel, out of all people, why would she be using Kenya to get back onto the show? She has friends on the show. Candy, she's cool with Candy. She's cool with Drew Sidora. She's cool with Cynthia, who's now a friend of. She's cool with some other folks. So, no, I don't think she has any sort of, backdoor secret plans to befriend Kenya to get back onto the show. I don't know. So, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the entire situation in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.